Hello, I hope everyone had a fun long weekend, and I hope you're ready to learn, and we're going to start science again. So we have a new unit. This is Unit C. There are 2 chapters in Unit C, and both of these chapters are about earth science. So I want you to look at this picture, and this is a picture of Gorman Falls in Colorado Bend State Park, which is in Texas. And I want you to look at the water. Do you think this water is fresh water or salt water? If you guessed freshwater, you are correct. So we are going to start do the chapter opener. So this is chapter 4, Earth's materials. So I want you to follow along with me as we look over this. So the question is, when have you seen rocks with unusual shapes? So listen to the little read aloud and look at the pictures while I read to you. The Hensons take one family trip each year. Mom, Dad, Travis, and Luke all pile into the car and drive to different places to explore. The family decided that this year they would drive to Lighthouse Rock in Palo Duro Canyon. Why do they call it Lighthouse Rock? Travis asked his parents. You'll see, said his mom. Travis and Luke sat in the car and eagerly waited to get to Lighthouse Rock. How could a rock look like a lighthouse? Travis and Luke wondered. As the Hensons arrived at Lighthouse Rock, Travis and Luke realized how the rock formation got its name. Luke said to Travis, when have you seen rocks with unusual shapes? So this is Lighthouse Rock in Palo Duro Canyon. Palo Duro Canyon is near Amarillo, Texas, which is up in our panhandle. It is beautiful in person, and it's a pretty good trail to hike up, and you can even climb up on some of this. So can you see why they called it Lighthouse Rock? Does this look like a lighthouse at the top? I think it kind of does. Okay, so how do you think this rock became this shape? Well, if you guessed that water might have shaped it, you are correct. So water shaped this rock over millions of years. And also, and that's called erosion. Also the wind can also play into that. So in this chapter, we will learn in lesson 1, how can you describe rocks? Lesson 2, where can you find water on Earth? And lesson 3, what are natural and man-made resources? So there are only 3 lessons in this chapter, and so I have quite a few days that we can work on this. So we will learn a lot. See. So maybe one day you could go and hike in Palo Duro Canyon. My kids go to school in Lubbock, Texas, so it is not very far from Lubbock to Palo Duro Canyon. So I did go with my daughter one time, and I also went as a kid. So, and it's beautiful out there, but it's very it's very dry. And then there is a, when it when it rains really hard, it can have a flash flood. And one time when I was a kid, we kind of got stuck because it started raining while we were down there. So that's a fun story. So how do you think the rocks got its color? So iron in the rocks gives it that red, rusty color. Okay, so let's turn the page and we are going to look at our inquiry warm-up. So instead of doing this in class together, the people in class are also going to watch the same video. The reason is that I do not have a very good freezer in my classroom. And every time we've done this before, we've had to go down to the teacher's lounge and it takes half the class period. So I'm going to record this in parts and then we will all be able to watch it together. So first of all, our question is, do salt water and fresh water freeze at the same time? So let me see if I can turn this up just a little bit. So wait, yeah, hold on. So you can see the supplies. Wait, I'm going the wrong way, sorry. So we have some supplies here. Now we need to righty-tighty. Okay, so we have our supplies. We have 2 clear plastic cups. And I'm going to get some water in just a second. I forgot to put the water over here. And we have salt. We have a plastic spoon. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have 2 cups of water. One is going to be plain water. So this is like fresh water. And we're going to make this other one salt water. So let me switch them. We're going to put 3 spoonfuls of salt in the salt water to make it really salty. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so stir that up a little bit. Okay, so it says add 3 spoonfuls of salt to the water in the salt cup and stir the water to mix the salt and water. So we did that. So you can definitely see a difference, right? We're going to put both of the cups in the freezer. And then after 30 minutes, we're going to observe the cups every 10 minutes. So I am going to go put these in and set a timer for 30 minutes, and then I will come back and we're going to look at them. Then we'll put them back in for 10 more minutes, and then I'll make another video. And then at the 50-minute mark, we will finish our lesson. So I'm going to go put these in the freezer, and I will be back in 30 minutes.